It's day 33 of the 100 Days LeetCode. Let's get right to it. Problem number 165, medium problem, compare version numbers. Okay, given two version numbers, version 1 and version 2, compare them. Version numbers consist of one or more revisions joined by a dot, period. Each revision consists of digits and may contain leading zeros. Every revision contains at least one character. Revisions are zero indexed from left to right, with the leftmost revision being 0, the next revision being revision 1, blah, blah, blah. For example, 2, 0.5, 0.33, and 0.1 are valid version numbers. To compare version numbers, compare their revisions in left to right order. Revisions are compared using their integer value, ignoring any leading zeros. This means that revision 1 and 001 are considered equal. If a version number does not specify a revision at an index, then treat the revision as 0. For example, version 1.0 is less than version 1.1 because their revision zeros are the same, but their revision 1s are 0 and 1 respectively, and 0 is less than 1. Pretty straightforward. So you're going to return the following: -1 if version 1 is less than version 2. If version 1 greater than version 2, return 1, or we're going to return 0. And here's some examples. 0, because remember 0.1 and 0.01 are going to be treated as equal. 1.0 and 1.00 are also going to be treated as equal because there's no, if there's no revision number in index 2, that would be, we would just treat it as 0, and that of course equals 0. And then here, obviously version 2 is going to be greater than version 1. So we're going to have this one, we're going to return -1, and that's that. Okay, let's write the code. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to split the strings into lists. So we're going to do it like that, period. v2 equals version 2.split, period. Now, there's probably other ways to do it. Well, there definitely are other ways to do this, but I'm just going to do it in a really simple, intuitive way. Basically, I'm just going to convert all of the entries in each of the lists to integers, so they're very easy to work with. So we can just do this, int v1i, right? And we're just going to copy that. And now we're just going to say v2, v2, v2. We're going to say length equals max of the length of v1 and the length of v2. And we're just going to do that because, sorry, my dog's barking. Yeah, he's barking. Anyway, the reason why we do this length is because we're just going to do an iteration, and the iteration is obviously going to go to the max of the two lengths because we want to make sure we get to the last index of either one, right? And we're going to be making comparisons at each step. So we're going to say for I in range length, right? That's not how you spell length. We're going to say if I is greater than or equal to length of v2. All right, so basically if we're at an index that, let's say, version 2 doesn't have anymore, well, now we need to check if the ith value of version 1 is greater than 0. Because if it is, we're going to be returning 1 because version 1 is greater. Because the only time we're going to get here is if every previous value, if they were all equal, right? Okay, and now we're going to do the same sort of idea for version 1. Yeah, I got it right there. Return -1. Okay, else if v1i greater than v2i. All right, so this would be a situation where they both have values at whatever index, and we just want to see which one's greater. So if v1i is greater than v2i, we're just going to return 1, right? Yeah, 1. Yes. Yes, that is what we're returning. And then you can do less than, or you can do the other way. I'm just going to do less than to keep up with, what they have. We're going to return -1. And then if we get out of this loop, well, they're They're equal, so we're going to return 0. Invalid syntax. Yeah, I missed the word in. And it's going to happen there too, because I copy and pasted it. And that is because it needs to be an elif statement there. This needs to be one. So all needs to be one thing. So now we should be good. There you go. So that's the solution. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that video, enjoy that solution, like, subscribe. We got another 67 days to go. So that will be fun. See ya.